everyone, Scott Waver with Factory Direct Designers Workroom. Today we're going to be doing an upholstered cornice, and this is what I call a step cornice. And the reason why we call it step cornice is because it basically has steps in here. Now you can use any dimensions. In this case this is 4 inches, and then it's a 1 inch step up, 4 inches, and another 1 inch step up. It doesn't matter. You can use whatever step up you like on that. Actually, it's not even my call on the shaping. I actually get what's called a work ticket, and you can see that's what the cornice they want, and they give me all the dimensions on it, and I just have to make it to their specs, and that's done in our design showroom. So we're going to get started with this. A few pieces that you need. You need what we call the dust cover. This goes on top of the cornice. These side pieces are called returns. You need 2. And then of course you need your face board. And this is OSB board, which stands for Oriental Strand Board. It's 7/16 in thickness. You can substitute these returns with another piece of pine, which is 3/4 inch. And one of the reasons why you might want to do this is because when I'm putting this together, I'm using an air staple gun. So I can shoot into this wood with great accuracy. But if you're trying to use a screw, like a drywall screw, this could easily split the wood. So you may want to consider substituting these pieces with pine, or you can also use a thicker board than what I'm using here, 3/4 inch. But just keep in mind, the heavier you make the cornice, if it's a very large cornice, it definitely gets heavy. So, with that being in mind, the other thing I will say is I've also seen on YouTube where people use angle irons, and they will simply take this on here and on the sides, and they'll take these angle irons and they'll screw them in through the face and through the top. It's just not professional enough for me. You don't see it in custom workrooms. So just for my own preference, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, I just don't do that. Okay, now the desk board is cut usually around 1 inch less than this face of the cornice. In this instance, this is 45 inches, so this is cut approximately, it's actually 44 1/8, because 7/16 is just a little less than a 1/2 inch. So I went ahead and cut this 44. My face of my cornice is 45, and to begin with, what we're going to do is I'm going to move this over, and I start by stapling the returns on to the dust cover. Just like that, and then I go ahead and I place my cornice on top. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean up my table from the little dust here. I'm going to do a little sanding on it, and then we are going to put the cornice